Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. This is, well, really me rambling and setting up for the Shadow Cast. I'm trying to light my incense now. No, you can't see them, they're over here off the camera. I don't know. I'm like having a moment right now, I guess. Oh, I don't know why I'm speaking into here as if this is on the freaking phone, but this is not on the phone. This is on the iPad to record the podcast. I don't know. This is rough. I don't have weed right now. I'm out. I need more. It's like I feel like I can't do any, like I don't want to feel like, cause I'm not like an addict, but I feel like it's like this is normally like one of the things that like soothes my anxiety before I start doing the podcast, and I don't have any, so it's like I'm like anxious to like even do this now. Whereas I think I have a good topic today. It's authenticity, so. This is the video version. Please stick around for the video if you do want to watch the video. I'm trying to at least cater to the video because I tend to forget about it. I just have it there so people can actually see. But there is an audio version of the podcast, The Living Shadow, anchor.fm/Living Shadow. You can get all the links to all your various podcast services on there if you want to go look at that. Today is going to be about authenticity. Got notebooks. 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 Why? I don't know, because I can't write on like a single piece of paper and just be okay. I don't know why. I can't write on the freaking iPad either, because apparently Apple Pages doesn't let you write handwritten notes on there, and I don't want to write in the Apple Notes app. I don't know. I'm difficult. Okay, y'all don't mind me. We're gonna get started today. See, if you watch the video, you get the behind the scenes and the podcast and some more behind the scenes. So there we go. That's your little reason to watch the video there, I guess. I don't know what else to tell you. I really don't. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. So today on the Shadow Cast, I'm going to talk about authenticity. Being authentic. Being your true, genuine self. And the reason why I want to talk about this in particular is because, I think we all have been like having like troubles with this, right? In various different ways and shapes and forms. I know I've had trouble with it because I've had conversations, and it seems to me that I'm very open about a lot of different things. I'm very open about my mental health. I'm very open. If you watch the video version of this podcast, I literally was explaining before I hit the record version for the audio that how right now I do not have I usually have weed. It usually helps calm my anxiety. I don't have one right now, so it's like I'm more anxious. I'm very open about this stuff, right? I'm very open about the fact that I have a therapist that she's been great, and I've been, being more authentic since seeing her. I've been seeing her for like 3 years now, right? Again, this is just more of me, I guess, explaining my own personal situation, so when I go in depth, you all understand where I'm coming from, okay? But again, even with speaking to, like, what I've come to find out, and I feel like this is a thing I want to put out there for a lot of people, especially for people of color who, I know it's been a very big thing to, oh my God, if you're going to therapy, you must be crazy or something, right? It's like a thing like, I'm not crazy. I know I'm not that messed up where I need to go. It's not about how messed up you are. It's about how much better you can become. So I want to put that out there first. And I'm saying that, why? Why did it stop? Okay. And now there's the cat. Mercury? Oh, Lord, and it's Mercury. Is it Mercury? Yes, it is. So he's just gonna be fussing forever for no reason. Anyway, I the clip just stopped and I had to. I don't know why it never stops in like in the middle of a sentence like that. If you all watch the video, like my hands are nowhere near the freaking iPad, so I don't even know. I think this thing might be getting possessed. I don't know. Maybe it's just time to get a new one and it's just like faultily like sending us stuff out. I don't know. Anyway, point being, it's about being who you are truly, authentically, genuinely, right? But what I've come to find out is that when I express who I am truly, authentically, genuinely, I get met with a lot of blowback. And I get met with blowback not because of who I am, but because of what I'm saying, right? So again, me being authentic and me speaking my authentic mind and saying the things that I feel tends to trigger people because it's not the things that they want to hear. So this was, for me in particular, was a conversation I was having with my mother's sister, Alberta, and it quickly became me, putting the things I've been learning and saying how I really feel about the situation, about her, about anything, about all this stuff. And it came to be where something that I've heard echoed a lot, which is, oh my God, especially when I start saying something that's not nice or that's something that she doesn't want to hear. It's like, are you still going to therapy? Yes, I'm going to therapy. That's the reason why I'm saying the things that I'm saying now, because I'm not holding it back out of fear that, oh my God, I'm going to hurt your feelings and just let you stomp all over mine. And that's what seems to have happened. Over the years, I've come to find out, especially for myself, I've let a lot of people. And here's the thing: it's because they tell you. And this is the thing that I don't like, right? Because they tell you that, oh my God, you're growing up, you're being more mature, you're being more silent, you're not just popping off at the mouth every time. It's like, no, I'm coming to find out being mature is more about me popping off at the mouth, more about me speaking up, more about me saying all these different things, and less about me being silenced. But again, they tell you that because they want you to be silent, because they don't want you to do or to say something that's displeasing to them. So, case in point of an example for this one, right? Because it's really all about control. It really is all about control. And especially these people I'm talking to. Now, for context, I was adopted. My mother is in her early 70s. Her sister's also in her early 70s. These are the same people that are like part of that Leo Pluto generation. If you listen to this podcast, you know what I'm talking about when I'm saying that. If you have not, you can go back in the previous episodes. I was talking about generational spirituality. That's the episode where I'm really like going in on Leo Pluto people and how they are very adverse to change. Now, mind you, these are the same type of people who are running the current American government are in the same age group, the same people who are very adverse to change. They do not want to change anything. And they literally like hide themselves in the bubble. I don't know if you all have ever realized that, but if you watch them, they hide themselves in the bubble. Like, these are the same people who, again, they're around people who are like 60, 70, 80, 90, and they all hang around other people who are 60, 70, 80, 90 in their Congress meetings, in their conference rooms, and they want to talk shit about all the younger people coming in to try and change things for the better, for the good of young people, and they want to hate on them and stop them from doing anything like that. It's like, okay, so you all hating on young people is not going to help you any, because this whole coronavirus is killing off the old people. You all might be next. You probably are, from just the simple fact of you're trying to hold people back from changing and evolving, right? So I bring this up to say they all want control over whatever, because I don't know if they just feel like they don't have any, or if they just want more, if they're just greedy. Like, I really don't know from their side what that is. But from my side, all I can see is being controlled. Because, again, this would be like if I were to park my car in the driveway, right? Park my car in the driveway at my mother's house. I will walk in the door, she'll see the car in the driveway, and be like, oh my God, well, why didn't you park it in the garage? I didn't really want to park it in the garage. Oh, well, I think you should park it in the garage. Why? I just don't want it out in the driveway. I just don't want it out in the driveway. Okay, well, I don't see any problem with it being in the driveway. There's lots of cars all over the world that are parked in the driveway and nothing has happened to them. Why can't my car be parked in the driveway? I just don't want it in the driveway. I'll pay you to put it in the garage. That's the first excuse, right? So, again, I mentioned the politicians and stuff like that because the bribery thing, I was raised off of bribery to get me to do whatever the fuck they always wanted me to do. And Lord knows I want the money, so I'm not really complaining about. I mean, I guess I am complaining, but because it is wrong. It is very, very wrong to insinuate those things, especially for something that fucking small and petty. To park a car in a garage, to like they'll pay like. This is the people I was raised with, y'all. I don't know other way to say this besides that. They literally do this. They bribe for control. They control people with money. This is what they do because they know, again, and I feel like this is exactly what like the politicians do as well, because they already know that the regular people or people who are not in their age group do not have money. And most of the time, if you see, they focus on getting more Social Security, more Medicare, all this. They want to take care of old people. And I don't have a problem with taking care of old people, but it's like, okay, so at what expense? Because at the expense of you're trying to make sure these old people are satisfied, you're making sure that the rest of us don't even get to be that old. Drug companies, gun violence, climate change. Like there's plenty of issues I can list and name a few, right? But what I found out is that as I authentically express or say these things, right? I authentically say these things. I authentically am the person who's going to tell you, like, if I think your shit is bullshit, I'm going to tell you I think it's bullshit, right? And the first defense that I seem like everybody else seems to have is like, oh my God, you must not be healing if you're calling me out on my bullshit. Like, no, I am healing. That's why I'm calling you out on your bullshit. That's the exact point, is I'm calling you out on your bullshit because I am healing and because I'm seeing your bullshit as bullshit. So I'm calling it out because it's bullshit. That's what it is. That's what it is. And people get triggered because they don't want to hear that the thing that they've been doing is bullshit. They don't want to hear it, right? So they do anything in the book. For instance, like, do you still see your therapist? That's the one I get usually, often all the time. Or the conversation with Alberta, right? She was like, well, I helped you like 10 years ago do some small, minute thing that you could have really did yourself, but I helped you 10 years ago do that, so I should get credit. You should just treat me like I'm fucking gold. No! You didn't do shit! I didn't even gotta get close to the microphone. I know you heard me. You didn't do shit! The light's flickering and everything. See? And I be trying not to go like full ham turkey cheese on people, but I feel like that's the problem, is I'm not trying to do all that because I already know that they're fucked up. They have to be fucked up because in order for my mind to process that, oh my God, this person must really, really, really think that whatever they're doing is correct without any way, shape, or form of self-reflection or accountability is toxic. And if we're doing our job of being healers and pulling out the toxicity and expressing it, as a person who is healing and as a person who is pointing out in others in areas where they're not healed, because again, that's what we're doing, especially if it's affecting me in a negative light. I have to point it out for my own self-protection and self-preservation. I just come to find out they don't want to accept it. They don't want to accept that there's a problem, right? They do not want to accept that there's a problem. But then when you ask them who else would be the problem, they don't have any other place to put the blame at either, right? It's like, yes. So if I explain to you that, oh my gosh, I'm a much happier person after talking to my therapist, whether you like it or not, I'm a much happier person after, cussing you out, whether you like it or not. The only thing I can tell you is that, well, if you don't like what I'm saying to you, you should not have given me a reason to say it. And this is the thing. Cause and effect is so real. And people, I don't know if people don't want to believe it or if people don't want to accept that their cause for their own badness in their life. But take her, my mother, all these people, politicians, for example, right? I like to pick on them easily because they're so easy to pick on because they keep doing the stupidest shit, right? So, the last episode I had was that corrupt corporate cash, right? That the corrupt cash control is the name of the episode. I was talking about how they want this losing strategy because essentially they want to get bribed to lose. They want to sit there on the butt and get paid and not do anything, which is exactly what all the American people want to do. But when we the American people say that we just want to sit around and get paid, all of a sudden we're lazy. We're not, we're bums. We're just trying to live off the government. We don't have any ambition. We don't have any drive. We're just useless wastes of space, things like that. These are things that they say. But yet this is what the fuck they're doing all day long. They're trying to call us this, you know? I mean, I don't know how many Republicans you see actually like trying to help us. They're like trying to help people. They're just sitting there on their butts trying to collect their check, trying to call us lazy for like wanting to do the same thing that they're currently doing. It's like this is fucking madness. So but again, they don't want to take the accountability for realizing that's what they're doing, or that's what they're seen as doing, because they're not doing anything to help people. Democrats really aren't either. I mean, some of them are. The ones that are doing things to help people, I don't even want to consider them Democrats. I just literally like I consider them to be a third party, just independent progressives. Like I feel like that's like a whole other third party because these Democrats are not whatever. There's too many of them, but they say little things like that, like how they're trying to push like these people, and it's not just. I say them because that's a big gathering of these older people, this older mindset. Is really what I'm trying to get to. Okay, a lot of these older people have this older mindset. Younger people have some older mindsets too. And there's some older people with younger mindsets. Look at Bernie Sanders. He's an older person with a very progressive mindset, okay? And we continuously look at Bernie Sanders, and they continuously want to be mad that we continuously look at Bernie Sanders. But again, Bernie Sanders is the one who continuously is pushing these people forward, yet it's madness, okay? It's madness to me. But again, if you put yourself in a position, right? So I'm going to use these people as examples to explain this. This is a much more smaller, more minute thing. I feel like it's easier for me to show you in a bigger picture, to explain it in a bigger picture when I'm talking about like Bernie and Nina Turner, who should definitely be winning this race. I don't know why they're trying to take her down when they should be boosting her up when she's the one that all the people want. She's the one who's wanted. She's the one who's needed. She's the one who's craved. Why not put her in a golden position? Why are they trying to, because they're not trying to help us, because she's actually trying to help us. Nina Turner's actually trying to help us. The Democrats, the Republicans, all these corporate system people are not trying to help us, okay? So what I'm trying to say is that these put themselves in these positions, right? So what you do dictates your life. So if you're being authentic to who you are, right? I'm being authentic to who I am. Sometimes I might cuss somebody out. If the person I cuss out does not like me or does not like what I'm saying or what I'm doing, I relinquish my ability to be angry about that, because at the end of the day, the only thing I will be angry about is being myself, and I cannot be angry at myself for being myself. Correct? So if I can no longer be mad at myself for being who I am and expressing myself to my fullest ability, then what else is the problem here? Because someone here does not like what it is that's being said, right? So in the case of the conversation I was having with Alberta, right, didn't like what I was saying, but again, she was the reason why I'm saying it, because I wouldn't have these things to say if these were not things that she has done previously. And I feel like this is the part that they don't understand. I don't know if they just don't have memory. When you get old, your memory goes. I don't know if these people just do not have the memory of the fucked up shit that they've done, or they just don't want to retain the memory of the fucked up shit that they've done, or they just don't want to take the accountability for the fucked up shit that they've done. But they do fucked up shit. We all do fucked up shit. The difference I find is that a lot of younger people are more mature than these older people, right? A lot of these younger people are more mature and able to take more accountability than these older people are. And I'm not saying that they all do perfectly to, every extent, but what I've come to find out is a lot of people are willing to accept that they're in this position because they put themselves in this position, right? This is another reason why a lot of these younger people have depression, because they are taking accountability for not only the things that they've done, but for the things that these older people have done who won't take accountability, right? And again, this is the whole, well, if you don't say anything, you're acting more mature. You're being the bigger person by not, speaking up your mind and by holding back your feelings. Like, no, that's not, that's what they try and tell you, right? But that's not what the actuality is. And here I am to come and tell you what the actuality is that holding yourself back does nothing besides keep yourself stuck, you know? That's what it is. That I don't know what. There's no other way to. I mean, it was 15:55 for you number people on this other recording here, as I said that. So one of the things I really wanted to ask was, what are the limits of self-expression, right? So when is it hard to what limits do we put on self-expression? In America, we have the First Amendment, free speech, and a lot of people use that as like an excuse to just say and do whatever they want to do. But at some point, that was there so that we can allow to be saying and doing what it is that we want to do and how and expressing how we feel. So where is the limit on that, right? Where's the limit on these different things? There was a big thing, even though I hate to even bring up the name. God, I even hate to bring up the name. I do not like this man, okay? I don't like anything that he's standing for. I don't. The only thing I would say that I like is that there are some things you can learn from watching the bullshittery that he does and learning the different strategies that he takes, even though he may not even think of them as strategies. I'm not really sure. I think at some level he does, and at some level he doesn't. But Trump went to try and sue these tech companies for censorship, right? He feels like they're being censored. You already know the big Twitter thing, whatever, blah, 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 right? But at a certain degree, are we being too censored? Not him in particular, because he probably needs to be way more censored, to be honest. But we as regular people, as regular everyday people, are we censoring ourselves too much? Like, he's trying to blame these tech companies. I don't think there's a problem for that. I think we as human beings are censoring ourselves too much because we're too busy. I know for my own personal sake, I would say I was too busy being told to be quiet. I was too busy being told that no one wants to hear what I have to say. I was too busy not being shown any appreciation for the things I'm saying. I'm too busy being told that, oh my God, if I'm saying something that you don't want to hear, that I'm the problem, versus you just, making me change my mind, if that makes sense. Okay, again, I'm going to pick on politicians. It's not a thing like that, but it's like, y'all want me to change your mind about voting for a corporate Democrat, then why don't the corporate Democrats, where my money at, where my stimulus checks at? Why has it only been, where's my back stimulus checks at? Like, why, if you're not doing anything to help me, why should I vote for you? And you're like, if you look at these people, their big defenses, oh, well, we want to help you eventually. Just keep voting for us and we'll help you eventually. How many people, like, in the last year, how many people do you know personally have died, have passed on, are no longer living, and have still not received the help that these people claim they're going to give you because they died before you can even get there? How many times, how many people do you know of that are in your life that don't say anything good whenever you do something, or every time you try to express how you feel, there's some kind of issue or some kind of problem? They don't need to be in your life. They don't. They don't. If they're not allowing you to be authentic, they don't need to be in your life. And the point I'm trying to make with all of this is to say that so many times we get told that our authenticity is the problem, but it's not. It's that the person can't handle it. In my particular case, for the conversation that kind of is talking about this with Alberta here, that was the one that's like, you cannot handle me being authentic, because me being authentic is telling you that you ain't shit, and you not liking that you ain't shit because you ain't never been shit to me. But again, if you wanted me to think of you in a positive light, you would have done positive things. You would have done something to help me. You would have done something to make me, and so this is the thing, right? Because the thing that she brings up to try and be like, oh, I do help you, I do support you, with something that happened 10 years ago. So you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the things that these people do. Like, oh, I want to bring up, and here I am watching the news, right? I'm trying to watch the news, and here you're talking about oh, well, we gave you a stimulus check like 4 months ago. So yes, and we've had bills ever since those 4 months. Like, I literally, I don't want to be too personal, y'all, but like, I literally just looked at certain, I'm like, wow, I didn't even realize like how much back pay I'm trying to catch up with certain things because of trying to do all these different little odds and ends. I mean, everybody's been trying to do this, odds and ends and stuff like that, right? I like, and this is the thing that this is the thing that has bothered me personally, because this was my life pre-pandemic. Nothing changed for me in the pandemic. I wouldn't say nothing. I think a lot of things changed for a lot of other people, but as far as for my healing journey and my economic financial battles, apparently, excuse me, that didn't change during the Rona. That didn't change. I was still facing these same issues. I had debt before Rona started. So it's like they're talking about, oh, we gave you a $600 check. That didn't even cover my rent. Well, we gave you another stimulus check. Yeah, that was the back pay from all the time you spent talking about how you gave us a check before. And Lord knows I need another check now, because you spent so much time talking about the check you gave me before. I need another check to pay it, because it's like, yeah, we still have debts. Student loans are still a thing. They're very, very high. You need to get rid of them. Like, people are still stressed out. Money is stress. Like, the things like we're talking about, like, not being authentic is very, very stressful on a person. Stress is the number one killer. I don't know if you guys have ever, we're so worried about people's health and people's inside, outside, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. Stress is the thing that will destroy all of those different things. And we live in a world that tries to put us under constant stress, right? I consider, so again, I am a tarot reader. If you do want to watch Limit Shadow Tarot on YouTube, if you want to watch this podcast, the Shadow Cast on YouTube, both are available. Both channels are available, along with my Shadow Subliminals channel, which is also some good music listening and some audio sound healing frequencies designed to heal you. This new one is a money movie I just have, the Magical Money Manifestations. It's a 3-hour long money movie. The original movie is 11 hours, but I'm waiting for them to upload Luma Touch on the iPad, or update the iPad, one of them, so I can actually like export the video without it taking 15 million years and crashing, so you all can catch that. I'm saying these things to say that there's a lot of a lot of people talk about the devil, right? There's a lot of people who are very Christian. They talk about the devil. A lot of these, look, third card, or fourth card, excuse me, the devil. If you were on the video, you'll see I'm actually holding up a devil card from tarot. This has been known as codependency, as fear. This is also, to me, when I do my readings, this is also very, very stressed, right? This is a very stressful situation. People will put you in stressful situations. People will do different things to try and stress you out on purpose. And then, sadly, they do not do anything to try and alleviate the stress. If anything, they get mad at you for being stressed after they put you in a stressful situation. That's what I've come to notice. That's what I've come to find out with people, with humans on this planet, okay? They're the people who will put you in a stressful situation and then be upset when you're stressed out. Case in point, she called me. I don't even know for why, because I don't talk to this person. This is just like, I feel like this is like a Mercury retrograde, like wrap-up thing or something. I'm hoping. Like, please never call me again, lady. I understand that you're my mother's sister, but we are not cool like that at all. Don't call me. Don't. Like, but they put you under stress. And they put you under stress because that's like that's their language, right? It's stress. It's stressing you out, making sure that you're not able to function at full capacity. Because if you function at full capacity, they don't get what it is that they want. Now, what it is that she particularly wants, again, is control. The same way as like my mother control with the car in the driveway in the garage. Like, it's just control. If they can't emotionally manipulate it out of you, they're gonna try and bribe you to get it, right? I'm gonna pay you to get it. I'm gonna pay you for the control. Again, look at the politicians. Look at these drug companies. Look at these cable companies. Look at all these different companies that they're trying to get money from on a regular basis because they can't. The company wants to control the politician, and the politician will just let them because they don't have any backbone or will or any type of spine at all. They just don't. They're just spineless, weak jellyfish who just roam around trying to collect a check and sit on their butt to get paid. Although they want to complain about the American people doing the same thing. Like, literally, the Rona, what they had us all go home, we all had to leave our jobs, and they literally told us, hey, it's time for you guys to be like us and sit around and get paid. This unemployment, people can't get it. Stimulus checks, barely any to survive on. So now it's the time for us to sit around, just like how you all do all day long, sit around and on our butts and get paid. And now you want to complain that we're doing that when that's all you've been doing for however many years now? Because I know that's been the motif ever since I was a little kid. I've always ever seen politicians sit around on their butt and get paid just to sit there. That's part of the reason why I feel like that's such an alluring position, because it's like everybody already knows all you do is sit around on your butt and get paid. That's literally all making phone calls to try and collect money. That's half what the insurance was. Making phone calls trying to get to clients and customers. Y'all, they just sitting at home trying to make phone calls to corporations, to Comcast, and to drug companies, and to AT&T, and whoever else they trying to get their freaking money from, while they're already on salary getting their freaking money. But again, it's stress, right? It's stress. The devil, stress. They do it to stress you out, because when you're in a state, and especially if you're in a state of stress, when you're in a state of stress, you're not thinking clearly, right? Because the stress is the cloud that clouds your mind. You're not thinking clearly. So if you're in a moment where you're not thinking clearly, they can take advantage of you. So here I am. And again, the reason why I bring this up like this is because when I'm being authentic, especially when my authenticity is not aligned with what this person wants it to be, they get stressed out, and they think that I'm stressed out because, and I might be to a degree stressed out when I'm like going off on something. But the point of the matter is like, you're probably way more stressed than me, because I'm relieving my stress by actually saying what I mean and saying how I feel it, and getting that monkey off my back, so to speak. When it's healing just to say it, but like, so when I see people, when I like have these conversations and I'm saying something that somebody does not like, or somebody does not agree with, whatever, the first thing, besides is like, are you still seeing your therapist? Like, are you taking your meds? Like, are you okay? You're speaking your mind. Something must be broken here. No, something is fixed. That's the problem. You're still broken because you think I'm not supposed to speak in my mind. But the first thing I've always kind of noticed is that these people can't take it, right? They can't take the truth. So one thing I've always heard my whole life too as well is that people, and again, I'm not a person who does this, so I don't understand the rationale behind it. If there is anyone who does understand, please let me know. There's ways you can message on the podcast. You can always tweet the Living Shadow on Twitter. Tweet at me. I will probably answer. I'm trying to use Twitter more, although it is like for me. When like you're going off and you're saying something, right? Or you're being authentic to yourself, right? A lot of people, well, for me, this is the way I think about it because again, my truth, my emotional expression usually comes out as more of a rage than it does. Like I don't cry. I'm not a crier. I'm a rager. So I gotta tell you how it is from my own personal belief and tell you. So if you identify with that, with that type of story, with that type of um emotional expression, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say this, right? Because a lot of people will say, you're just saying stuff because you're mad, you don't really mean it. Like, no, this is the thing that I get that some people do that. I'm not that person that does that. If anything, me being quiet and calm and just going along with whatever is the me just it's the saying the things that I don't mean. Me just going, oh yeah, like, do I look so pretty in this top? Like, oh yeah, girl, you look great. That's me going along with it. That's me lying. That's the lie. Me telling you look like shit is not the lie. That's me telling you the fucking truth. Like, I don't know. I've always considered myself a backwards person because I've noticed that people are very backwards like that. Like, if I'm saying something, I'm a genuinely pretty nice person. Not to say that every time I say something mean, it's or I guess I should say, not to say that every time I say something nice, I'm lying, but like, I'm a nice person in general. So if I'm saying something mean to you, it's because, or something that you're taking as being mean or offensive, is probably because it's either honest or, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's really what it is. Like, it's probably just because it's honest. Like, and not to say that, that I can't say honest, nice things because I can, but like, what I've come to find out is that if I say something rude or mean or something that someone dislikes, the very first thing that they go to is, oh my gosh, you're just saying things you don't really mean. Like, no, that's the thing I actually mean. That's the thing I mean. That's the thing I mean. When I'm calling these people lazy for sitting on their butts all day, that's the thing I mean. When I'm saying that, these people are trying to control you, like trying to bribe me to park my car in the garage, like what petty form of control do you need that it bothers you so much that one car in the entire fucking universe is sitting in a spot that you don't want it to sit in? It's like you feel the need to pay me to move it from that spot. Like, that is so... I find that, but like me even saying, like, to me it's idiotic and controlling and you're being a control freak, and that's like, to them, it's like they'll say things like, oh, that's not what you really mean, you're just upset right now. Yes, I'm upset, but that is what I really mean, and the reason why it's coming out is because I'm upset. That's why it's coming out. You're getting the truth out of me because you've pissed me off. Now you're getting the fucking truth. When before, you probably liked it when I just sat there and didn't really say much and kind of kept you, like, left you to thinking whatever it is you want to think. Because most of the time, I've gotten to the point now, again, I was raised like this, so it was to be quiet, right? Be quiet. Don't let anybody else know that something's going on. Like, my mother was the same type of person, like, oh my God, don't let anybody ever know that I do anything wrong. You can't tell anybody that we do anything wrong. We're perfect over here. Perfect. Perfect. We don't do anything wrong. Nothing wrong. Nothing at all. Nothing wrong over here. Don't tell anybody that we do anything wrong ever. Never. Oh my God, they cannot ever let us know. Like, her house is a fucking museum, y'all. Like, there's no... It's a museum. Like, you're not supposed to go anywhere because it has to look good in case somebody were to ever come over the house and see the house. They have to see the house is in prime condition because Lord knows no one can ever know that, like, you're a human and you live in a human house and there's a human mess, or like, these are the people who I was, okay, this is why I'm trying to say this shit. I'm trying to be authentic. That's the whole point. Thank you. But again, it's like, oh my gosh, like, it's so stressful. It's so stressful trying to be perfect, Everybody has this. Everybody knows that it's so stressful to be perfect. So, and we all know that we're never going to be 100% perfect. So why is it that we try so hard to be there, to be that? To the point where we don't allow ourselves to be ourselves. When in actuality, the whole point is that being yourself is what makes you perfect. So why are these people wanting to stop you from being yourself? Because being yourself shows them how much they are not able to be themselves or how terrible themselves actually is. Because you have some people who, again, like I know I personally, I will raise my hand because I take accountability. I'm not one of these evil fucking people. I take my accountability, and I will admit that I see some people going off and saying certain things. As much as I don't like fucking Trump, I do get irritated because I wish I could say some of these things and people can freaking hear me the way that people hear him say about his bullshit, you know? Like, I have this podcast, I have these readings, all that kind of stuff. Like, I want my voice to carry that well so people can hear these things, people can hear how their actions affect the person who is normally quiet and not speaking up. Because what tends to happen, at least what I've seen in my life, is that the people who are not speaking up are the ones who get hurt the most. And the people who just do these things to hurt them just assume that they're not hurt because they're not saying anything, when that's really not the case. That's not the case at all. We're hurt. We just don't even know who to talk to because, again, the people, like, who can we talk to? I'm telling you right now on this podcast, if you've been listening, if you've been paying attention, my mother, like the person I'm supposed to go to when these things happen, is the one who's doing the thing. The government, the people you're supposed to be going to help fix it, are the people who are causing the problems. These are the people who are causing the problems, right? So where do you go when the people who are supposed to be giving you the solution are the ones causing the problem? Where do you go? It's hard. You don't. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if people. I think this Rona is showing people how, alone that they really were. Like, I've been alone my whole life, so this is not anything new for me. But as I'm seeing with other people, and it's like, oh my gosh, like other people are finally like waking up or like understanding, or like I feel like I can actually like say something and someone will hear what I'm saying and not just completely dismiss it like they have in previous years. But this is not anything new that I'm saying, but their ears are not listening, are now listening to it. It's reworking and redoing old things, right? I think people are it took forever, right? It feels like. But some of these people are finally seeing that, like, oh my god, the shit that we've done that's toxic this entire time, that people have been trying to tell us has been toxic the entire time, is continuously showing up as being toxic. Like, taking the blood money that we're claiming is supposed to help people, and even though we take it, we constantly lose. Corporate Democratic Party. Even though we keep taking this blood money and we keep losing, it's like some of them are waking up to the fact. It's like, oh my god, maybe if we didn't do this losing strategy, we might actually win. Oh my god, really? You mean to tell me, so like, if you stop doing the things that people don't like, people might actually like you? Groundbreaking. But it's like, I don't know if it's an old people thing, if it's that Leo generation. I really do feel like it's more of a Leo Pluto generational thing, right? So that is like the baby boomers. I would say a little bit for Virgo Pluto because they're so particular, like Virgo Pluto people. But like, it's like a generation of very like meticulous people right after that. So it's like, but Leo is supposed to be the sign of like self-care, and these people are so self-interested that they don't have any love for anybody else, or any care or any appreciation for anybody else. Like, look at, like, what I'm saying, look at these, look at this. What reason would I have to, like, like, and they will use the guise, the disguise, right? The disguise. I say, like, I don't know if it's guise is the right word or disguise is the right word. I'm not an English teacher, but they will use the disguise, the mask of saying that what they're doing is because they care. Again, Alberta, with 10 years ago, she did something for me, or my mother with the whole, oh, well, I'm, like, it's to help you out because your car's not safe in the driveway. And you turn around the next day and her car's in the freaking driveway, and but it's safe when she does it, but it's not safe. It's not that it wasn't safe. It's not any of that. It's just because you want me to do something that you want me to do. That's all it is. That's all. The majority of this crap that we deal with, the stressful, demonic, devil stuff that we deal with, the stressful, fear-based, codependent, all of this negative shit that we deal with is just based out of a space of control. I will tell you that the most problems that I have in my life are based out of a space of someone trying to control something and someone not getting what it is that they want because they're trying to control it. I don't like the space that I'm in for this podcast. I'm not going to let it stress me out because, again, I still want to do the podcast bad enough to do this. And clearly, by this action, you will see I would rather do the podcast, do these YouTube videos, do Instagram, do TikTok, try and, be on social media versus going to get a corporate job because, again, I would rather, this is whether you like it or not, this is better suited for me as a person. And I feel like we all need to do is better suited for us individually as people, right? Reworking and redoing old things. I still have my notebook here. Reworking and redoing old things. Going back and see those things. So like I was saying with that First Amendment freedom of speech thing, right? Self-expression. We all need to have self-expression. Maybe we need to have more clear guidelines as to where that self-expression goes, where that leads to into this modern age. Because again, I have to look up when exactly that amendment was done. I don't want to do it now because I think it will shut off the podcast. It's like there's a new age coming in, and we're ruled by these old age people, literally old age people, like 70s, 80s, 90s. These are the people who are making the laws, making the decisions for us younger people, and they know nothing about what younger people do. They know nothing. They really know nothing. They don't even know how to be authentic to themselves because they're too busy being bought by a corporation. They don't know how to be authentic to themselves. They don't even, I guarantee you, if you were to ask some of these like ask your governors, your Senate people, your representatives, what is it that they personally stand for at the end of the day? They will waffle around the answer and try to get back to what is it that you want, or what is it let me tell you what this corporation wants me to do for you. They cannot even tell you what it is. They don't even know. They're so busy being bought and trying to pander and people pleasing. They don't even know what it is that they want. And they get mad when the people who don't do that, Nina Turner, who's freaking out there being her freaking authentic self and gains massive leads because she is herself. We like her because she is herself. We support her because she is herself. And they don't like that because they don't know how to be themselves. They have no identity. They have none. They don't have any identity. They play identity politics because they literally do not have an identity. They literally watch the TV to figure out who they are. Like they get on this MSNBC, CNN, all that kind of stuff. They try and do all this stuff to get on these so they can watch themselves later to figure out who they are. Because they don't even know who they are. Because they don't take a stand on anything. They're too busy trying to feel like, okay, so, how do I feel about the cable prices right now? Well, actually, you know what? Instead of me trying to figure out how I feel, let me go ask Comcast to send me a check so that, I can just feel whatever the way they want me to feel. And I don't have to worry about it. They're just going to send me a check. You don't have any, is there any soul left in you? Do you have a soul? Are you a soulless being? Have you just sold your soul to the devil here for money? Blood money? Corrupt corporate cash? Oh my God. Oh. I'm saying it not because not just them. This is just a shining example, but like clearly the woman tried to bribe me to put the car in the garage. Just off of that, and it's been done my entire life. These people I was raised with, they don't like animals. They bribe me to do anything they want me to do because, again, I don't see a reason to do what it is they want me to do. They feel like they have to bribe me for every little thing. I was raised with that. So I'm just like, why? Why do you feel the need to bribe people to do something? Why can't you just let someone do what it is they want to do? Why do you have to bribe them? You know? I mean, look at like, if you want to take this to a job sector, because a lot of people are worried talking about this unemployment thing when I'm pushing for these for UBI monthly stimulus checks. Because I want to keep doing this. I rather keep doing this. And clearly, you know, it does take help. It does take support. I'm not saying that people, you know, I'm not saying that, oh my gosh, like, we're the whole point is that we're trying to make this thing easier for other people to live on this planet. So, to be more authentic, to be themselves, to live a happier life. That's my goal, at least. I don't know what anybody else's goal is. That's my goal, is to have people live a happier, more fulfilling life, right? Not to be stressed out, not to be worried about their own particular health, not to be worried about the people that like are occupying the space around them and if they actually want to be around them or not. Because I guarantee you, I know for myself personally, I've been around a lot of people. Most of these people do not ever want to see me happy. They don't. These people who claim that they do, they don't. And let me tell you why. Because I will tell these people exactly what it is that it would take to make me happy, and they don't do it. They don't do it. They're too prideful to set aside what it is that they would want to see someone else be happy. And if you don't think that's the case, again, prime example, look at these politicians who refuse to do anything to help us because they're too prideful, they're too greedy, they're too sinful. Because again, these are all sins: pride, greed, lust, gluttony. I think gluttony is still greed, but laziness. Sitting there on the chair, calling these people, trying to get a check all goddamn day because they don't want to do any work. These are all these sinful things that, you know, apparently we learn in Sunday school to be sinful. Again, from the same people who tell you that you need to go to Sunday school, you need to, like, you know, you need to learn about God, you need to learn about all this stuff, as they're sinning themselves, trying to tell you, like, oh, we're doing this so you can be better, so that we don't have to do anything different. Okay, so then when I'm actually being better, don't be mad. Because if you want me to be better, then don't be mad I'm being better than you. When you are pushing me to be better, then don't be mad if I'm being better. You literally asked me to be better. You raised me in the hopes that I will be better, yet you do not want me to be better. Selfish. Greedy. Like, I don't even understand how that even makes sense. That is nothing but demonic to me. It's how can you sit there? Like, and again, I don't want to be strictly political, but I do find like that's like such a shining example that everybody can like see, and I feel like can at least relate to. Even if you can't relate to my own personal situation, I feel like you can relate to this. Like if you look at so these progressive people who were coming in, these younger people who were coming in, who were trying to say, okay, so the way you're doing shit is wrong. All they want to do all day long is say, well, you don't know. You haven't been doing this for years. Yes, that's the point. We haven't been doing this for years. These people have not been doing this for years. They don't know that it has to be done this way, because again, they're not brainwashed. They see that it does not have to be done this way. So instead of listening to them, which you should be doing, and putting on a freaking notebook, Nancy Pelosi, listening to AOC instead of trying to insult her or talk about her all the freaking time. And if you learn from these people, maybe some of the shit you get done will get done. Maybe your reputation would not be so bad. Maybe people would not talk so much shit about you if you stopped talking shit and just opened up your fucking ears and listened to what the fuck we're trying to say. Because we're trying to get shit done to help us. And you're so busy saying that, well, I can't support you because you don't want to help people the way I want to help people. No, because the way you're helping people is not fucking helping anybody. It's not. What the fuck is this? Oh, let's pass this bipartisan shit and sit here and wait until God knows what time, until we get to the shit that we actually need as this climate change is coming down upon us, as we're having fucking heat. Like, the water was on fucking fire. The water was on fire in the fucking Gulf of Mexico. The water was on fire. We're having heat stroke. We're having heat waves that can cause heat strokes that can kill people. Because again, The heat can kill people faster than some of this stuff. Stress, this devil here, can kill people faster than a lot of this other shit that you are concerned with. The stress will kill people faster than this coronavirus, than this COVID. Like, what are you people doing? Really? Where are your brains? I don't understand. And I'm not trying to be like an asshole either, but it's like, if we're rethinking and redoing old things, being more authentic to who we are and where we are in this current moment, then why is it that every time we're trying to be in the current moment, the first thing I hear is past shit that is no longer relevant? Why is it if I'm talking about right now, this lady, why is it that she wants to bring up something from 10 years ago? Why is it if we're talking about passing stimulus checks, you want to bring up the fact that the past stimulus checks? Okay, well, if we're going to bring up past stimulus checks, I'm going to bring up past bills that need to get paid. Because I didn't get money from the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get enough money to keep going. I got enough money to pay it off maybe, from the last time you gave me a check. Oh, well, there's jobs out there. Yes, they are. And they're also more depressing. They're also more stressful. I probably will die faster from the job than I am from the freaking Rona. Because, again, a lot of these places are populate, like, they want us to go in there. Is it even safe to go back to some of these workplaces? There are some work from homes. I feel like some more of these people are trying to go back to the office, trying to get back to normal, less and less work from homes. What is this? I don't understand. Oh, sorry, I'm going to get my Kodak. And I'm being authentic here, right? I'm trying to tell you all, like, and here's the thing is that I'm sure I probably pissed somebody off. I don't care. I don't. Because someone's always going to get fucking pissed, no matter what the fuck I say. No matter what I do, someone's going to get pissed. Someone's not going to like it. That's just me being authentic. It's been that way my entire life, okay? I already know. The thing I'm learning now is to not be afraid of it. Just to not be afraid of it. I don't need to be afraid that, oh my God, I'm going to piss somebody off if I say this. Because you know what? I'm pissing myself off by not saying it. I'm pissing myself off by not saying it. And I can't afford to have myself be pissed off at myself. I love myself too much. I'm devoting my attention to healing and loving myself. I can't even make it up, y'all. Shadow Spells. This is my deck. The link should be in the podcast description. If not, it's definitely on the YouTube for the Shadow Cast on YouTube. If you want to pick up this deck, the website is thelivingshadow.me. Thelivingshadow.me. You can pick this up. The shadow spells are magical affirmations. Okay. I'm devoting my attention to healing and loving myself. That's what came out. That's what's happening. That's what this is. This is being authentic, right? When you devote your attention to loving yourself and healing yourself and speaking your mind and doing all these different things, you're being authentic. And people are not going to like you being authentic. Not because the reasons of what they say. And that's the thing that people, I think, is the hardest part of this, is that these people lie so much. They just lie because they refuse to take accountability. And they refuse to take accountability for the fact that they lie. They don't even want to admit that they lie. They don't even want to admit that they're lying to you about why they don't like you. Because they don't like you because you tell them, if you're a person who tells people the truth when you do speak, you're not going to have a lot of people who like you, probably. Because a lot of people do not want to hear the truth. They want to hear the lie. And if you're not a person who wants to lie, or like a lying person in general, people are not going to want to hear you. You see, Trump is popular because he lies. He literally openly admits that he lies. The last whatever conference, I think he just told people he lies, and people are like, "Woo, yay, blah blah blah. We have a big liar over here. Oh my God, big liar, 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 and a lying loser at that because he lost. Loser, lying loser, lying loser. Okay, being authentic, loving myself. Talking about that lying loser. But people love lies. They do. They don't like the truth. This is why you'll see them coming against me and turn like that, because she speaks the truth. Now, I am a person who, I want the truth. I want the whole truth, none but the truth. And wait a minute. Is that not in the Constitution? Or no, that's it's something with that. I want the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Is that not some sort of government statement, government parable that's out there? The whole truth and nothing but the truth, but yet we don't get it from any of these people in the government? Mm, mm, mm. I'm also going to get self-care. And I'll be done. Because I'm really just going around the same thing over and over again. But it's really like, because I'm not really trying to be like how to be authentic, because I feel like you have to figure out for yourself how to be authentic to yourself. That's not something I can tell you how to be authentic to yourself about, right? I can just tell you to, speak what's on your mind. I can't tell you to who or for what or for why. But what I can tell you is that where there are, you will see people. You will see people who do not want you to be authentic, especially when you do be authentic, when you are being, who you are as a person. You will see who the people are who do not want you to be, because they will always have some sort of conflicting statement or some sort of conflicting thing as to why what you're saying is wrong. Why what you're feeling is wrong, even though it's not. They just don't want to admit that they are the ones who caused it. Clean your space, soak in a bath, and rest for self-care. So you may need to just, clean up your house, go get in a spiritual bath. I have an awakening bath box that has all the things you need for a spiritual bath, and also some things to help clean and purify your home space. It's all in one convenient package right here. Awakening bath box by the Living Shadow LLC. Come pick that up. Yes, I do own a company, and I'm not a capitalist. Wow, how is it? I'm a CEO of a company, Living Shadow LLC, and I'm not a capitalist, because capitalism, I find, does not work. Even as a business owner, I don't feel like it works. So that should probably tell you something. You all seem to listen to business owners. I'm a business owner, and I'm telling you the capitalist shit does not work. Because guess what? The same people, even as a corporation, who do I need? I need customers. I need clients. These customers and these clients don't have money because you're too busy giving it to an already ginormous corporation. Like, oh my God, why are these people with this trickle? There is no, trickle down does not work because it doesn't come down. You need to trickle up economics. What's trickle up economics? You give UBI, you give people the money so they can spend the money on this shit. And spend the money on you. If that, have you all ever thought about this? If you gave these people this UBI, say you gave people $2,000 a month, $2,000 every 2 weeks, because some people were pushing for that. I'm for that too. $2,000 every 2 weeks, $4,000 a month. That maybe they would have the money to donate for your campaign contributions. They would willingly give you that money because you've already given them the money, instead of you trying to beg it for it from a corporation and ruining everybody else's life. No? Didn't think about that? Where are your brains, people? Where are your brains? Legitimately, where are your brains? I don't think they're in your heads. I don't. Politicians, I don't think their brains are in their heads. They're somewhere up their ass. Oh, no. They've been bought off by Comcast, that's why. Comcast owns their brains. They don't have anymore. Because this is very, very simple. If you give people the money and you do things that people want to do, you will get supported. You're trying so hard to control the support that you're not getting it because you're trying so hard to control it. Give the people the money. Give them the free will. Give them the opportunity. Show them your policy. Show them the things that you want them. Show them things that you want to get done, and see if they agree with you. If they agree with what you want fundamentally, but not in the way to do it, then talk to them or strategize. Figure out a way to get the thing done. But don't just, oh, well, we can't get it done because all the people that Comcast paid us to talk to don't really want to see this. Duh, because Comcast paid you to talk to them. If you pay the people and you go see the people and you talk to the people and you ask the people for their kind words and help and promotion abilities, you can get somewhere. And the reason why the candidates that you feel like don't get anywhere is because you're the ones trying to stop them from getting somewhere. Look at Nia Turner. The second she gets that big lead doing the things that we actually want, here comes the corporate Democrats, because the corporate Democrats are the ones who's the problem. Even though Nina Turner is a progressive Democrat on the that's what I'm saying. I don't even want to like. I know that she put herself in that party as far as like, you know, like, I guess it's like branding, but that Democrat brand is terrible. Democrat, Republic, both of those brands are terrible, but the Democratic brand is becoming worse and worse every second, yo. It's just becoming worse and worse every second. Like, they're diluting their own brand. Like, they want to be the known. Like, Democrats are the ones who are going to help you. No, you diluted that by taking the corporate money, by taking the same money as the freaking Republicans, by doing all this shit. Like, you diluted your own brand. No one believes in you because you made sure that we don't believe in you. You made sure of that. And here we are, someone who we actually believe in, Nina Turner, who actually can do something because she speaks the truth and she's not ready. She's not afraid to be like against the grain and against you people. You won't want to shut her up and say that, oh, well, we're trying to help you guys. That's why we're trying to shut her up, because she's trying to help you. Huh? If you were really trying to help us, you would be promoting her. You would be sitting here putting her name on every freaking billboard, saying all the positive, wonderful things about how great she is and about how she's not, like, backing down to you fucking idiots. If you wanted to actually see change that you claim that you want to see, but you don't. It's cool if you don't, but just don't lie about it, because we all smell the lies. We smell the lies. We smell the lies. We smell the lies. We do. People today are woke. We smell inauthentic behavior. We see it coming from a mile away, 10,000s of miles away. We see it coming. We hear it coming. We feel it coming. We know that you people are fake. There's a whole bunch of fake people on this earth, and the fake people are getting weeded out, and they don't like being called out for being fake. That's the problem. And they want to make you feel like, oh, you're a bad person for saying that they're fake, but you're not. You're not a bad person at all for calling them out on their fake shit. They're bad people for even trying to have fake shit in the first fucking place. They are. And yes, I did say earlier, there are little white lies and things like that. And I'm not really a big fan of those either, but again, I felt pressured to, I know for me personally, I felt pressured to even have little white lies, even though I don't even believe in little white lies, because these people, it's not that they're too sensitive, it's that they don't want to hear that they're the problem. Because you can be sensitive and still admit to being the problem sometimes. I will admit to being the problem. I'm the problem sometimes in my own life. Probably more than I really want to be. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a thing. But they do this. Like, can we just not have this anymore? Like, can we just cut this shit the fuck out? I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of these fucking devils. These demons. These people who is trying to stress you out. Trying to fearmonger against you. Trying to have you codependent on them to do nothing. I'm tired of them. I don't know if this is going to make anywhere, but I'm being authentic. I'm really tired of them. And I hope you all are too. I hope you all will raise your authentic voice, okay? Speak your mind. Say what's on your mind. And we can expose more and more of these demons. More and more of these toxic behaviors, toxic patterns, toxic cycles, so that we can end them before we get ended ourselves. Gun violence, climate change, heat stroke. And not having enough money to freaking buy food so we can eat. Too busy having to pay a bill. Freaking high-ass car insurance bill. What the fuck? I knew life insurance. I don't know no car insurance. I gotta learn that too. Because I feel like I should not be paying when I'm paying for car insurance. That's just me. But yeah. So there's that. I'm devoting my attention to healing and loving myself. If you want to get the deck, links in the description below. Check out my site. Check out my magical money manifestation movie on the Shadow Subliminals. If you want to try and manifest some money, do that. I have my one friend has made like $2,000 now this week from watching that, just in various different ways. My therapist herself got over $900 at a yard sale from doing it. I had myself, I got someone, but again, mine just went straight to bills. So it's like, yay! But I got to pay off my bills. Now I'm right back where I was. Like, what is this? Like, I can't even be excited by manifesting thousands of dollars because I have to use those thousands of dollars to pay off my thousands of dollars in debt. That's like insanity to me to even have to like. Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? Like, yes, it's amazing that I can pop up with a couple like a grand in like a week, but then that grand has to be used to pay off all the bills. Like, what? Anyway, y'all. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Check out my stuff. Bye. Hi, video people. I keep forgetting about you all. Oh my god. No offense. But, like, yeah. So I'm about to publish the podcast. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Check out the links in the description below. Check out that Magical Money Manifestation movie. Have a beautiful, blessed day.